It was terrible.
Watch it here.
Let's watch it quick.
Yeah, we have potential of up to 3 people in the high school level.
We still waiting.
We got 3 right now.
There should be sound on the live stream right now too.
There is. Yep.
Yeah, there is.
They're all.
So keep her clean.
What?
Yeah, filters
Okay,
on.
kids, filters on. You can't say
But if they do, then
no naughty words.
Hey, it's on.
We have an unmuted live stream.
I got it.
So we had 4
And that's
people
it.
watching.
Split it into 2 lines.
Four people
I
are
do
out.
both sides.
Yeah, it's me.
There you go.
Actually, looks really good.
Yeah, that actually looks really solid.
That's me. Middle where you're able to go.
No, I
For-
I don't know.
Yeah, that's actually.
Our alliance dropped in
Yeah,
one
show the
colleagues,
car.
he was over on your side.
Those are
You
easy to pick up that
Just
score.
how, if we drop a Coleman in there, would that be just something we can ignore, or is that gonna cause an issue?
I think you could ignore it, but I think it'd be more worth it to go pick it up in the grid area.
Yeah, like if it got stuck between the poles.
Oh, yeah, I just ignore
I
that.
think it would,
If it's impossible to grab,
it would
just
probably
ignore
fall down.
So I'm trying to think if it's like, if for some reason it like got up to where it's like still standing up, if like we want to be able to put a cone, because they would just knock it off. Or
What
how
are
tall
the
are
rules
the
for cones
poles?
scoring?
it. He might have that number. Do you know the height of those poles?
Yeah, let me scroll back up to that.
I was just wondering if it gets like stuck there, is that kind of scored?
The poles or the cones?
The poles, oh, it's the center
Do you want to put
middle row is 1 foot,
Yep, that's
10
all.
and 3/4 inches from the ground. Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Chat. We should chat, Nate.
My backpack, that's all.
Cause that's how it was, of like, for kids, I guess.
It's on page 27 of the manual, if you'll
Oh, the next page?
We should put our email in the,
scroll down one more, there, there's your measurements for it.
10 feet, 10 inches. Or 2 feet, sorry, 2 feet, 10 inches.
Oh, we have to go high.
Yeah, 2 feet, 10 inches, and then 3 feet, and 10 inches for the other one.
pick it up.
And pretty far
And
in.
pretty far back, yeah.
What's the-
3 feet, 3/4, 3 and 3/4 inches back, and 3 feet.
That's
10
like
inches.
almost 5 feet now. Well, from that base to there.
Or, nope.
Hit it down to yourself.
So,
We can't have that much rotation.
Yeah, that's 3
That's
axes.
way too.
But if,
Brandon's gonna kill himself.
what I would do with that is I would go like this
and
and grab from the side again. Hit it to the side, and then it's just your
How do you
normal
get it
side
to the
grab.
side consistently?
You don't have to. Like, it doesn't have to be consistent how much you rotate. Like, you're just gonna come in and go like this. really
as long as
fast.
it's not like.
Think
this,
of what
you
a
can
driver
pick it
is
up.
gonna do. Like, if it's like this, the driver's just gonna come in and sweep like that.
Yeah, and as long as it's not at you, I think you can probably get it. If it's something like that.
That seems difficult to do.
To hit it like that?
Yes. I don't think
I
so
don't
at all.
think so.
Well, you
I don't-
can, I
I've
think
been
you can
driven
even
a
get
robot
a
with
pretty
stuff.
steep.
Yeah, I was too.
I think even if you get a pretty steep angle like this, you can still just come in sideways and the wheels will still give in.
I think so too. Compliant wheels are just gonna suck it in unless it's
So even as long
right straight like
straight
that.
at you, even if you're coming like a little bit of angle, you can just suck it
I
up.
think so too. And what are the odds that you're gonna get one that's straight at you when you're driving? Rather than, like, yeah, it'll happen, but
But then even just.
even
coming
just a
like
little
this,
turn of your wheels and you're
Coming
back
in
to
and
it.
hit it side,
Drivetrain even, like, we
Yeah,
don't have to just like
exactly.
look at it and just be like, how do we now figure this?
It's impossible.
Like,
Like, it
Even
gets,
if it's just, we just come in and like hit it just a bit to the side,
it's
and then
so,
wheels
yeah.
come in and ride it like that.
as soon as the compliant wheels touch it, it's gonna wanna suck it in,
Yeah,
if we're
then-
using compliant wheels.
seriously.
And if it's just
I'm
kind
thinking
of get it.
Two
put it back.
compliants like this that are spring loaded down, and they'll
Well, one
push
thing-
out
What about this
obviously.
though?
we
Well,
want
that's
the-
that's why
we
they're
want them wide. As long as we have it
if you have them almost
wide
this
enough for
diameter,
like this, even if it like makes
It'll grab
surface with the face, I'm pretty sure. It's pretty good. Yeah.
and if
pretty
the
squishy
compliance
if
are
you-
too tough, you can cut out some of those center spokes and make them a little more squishy.
Because if you have it just something like there,
Yeah.
that's
Because if you're about this diameter, I think you
like that.
grab both of them.
Just like an inch maybe.
Because those compliance can squish up to
Well,
like an inch or something.
Yeah, the thing about the compliance though is that you're only gonna be able to, I don't know, I was zoned out because I was setting up the live stream, but the thing with the compliance is that you only are gonna be able to suck it in for a certain amount, and you're gonna have need to have something else to hold the cone at least that's more positive. Because those compliant wheels, once you get over your major radius and you're on the inside of it.
Yeah,
then
you'll have to have
hold
another
it.
set of rules
Yeah.
or something.
When you're on the cube, the compliant wheels will be fine. So I don't know if you wanna do like, once you get the cone inside of the gripper mechanism, whatever you're gonna use, if you're just gonna have like an additional clamp, like be a
Or,
pneumatic or
yeah,
whatever.
you could just spring load both of them.
Yeah,
Or one of the sets of compliant wheels.
I mean, I think you should anyways, to give you more travel, so that way if you suddenly grab a cone that's off to the side, you don't need to be as accurate, because if you have spring load, it'll swing out and grab it. It's like, that's what I've done in the
If
past.
you have like an arm.
You're talking about the roller being spring loaded.
Correct.
Yeah,
So,
that's,
like-
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, is like, if we come in with like a pneumatic gripper and not like discs on ball bearings, we could come in and pinch this, and it's just gonna wanna fall to the bottom. I mean, as long as we have something that, you know, can rotate on those grippers, I mean, it's just
Yeah.
gonna fall like that and they're straight out.
True, yeah.
I mean, it's gonna right itself no matter what.
Two of those green sticky wheels that we have are just covered in tape and stickiness.
Yeah, that's right.
So theoretically,
Yeah,
They
and
could
if you
do
go
that.
with a pneumatic,
Yeah,
I mean, clamp of some sort, I mean, it can clamp down this far and it can clamp down this far with the same amount of force. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just gonna stop itself.
I think we try to make it simple, so one
Well, I mean,
system
we don't even
works.
really do
I
that.
like that,
Clamp
yeah,
down,
have
just
it,
like
have
just
it,
have it
like clamp
so
two
fully
little
open,
points.
it's
But the
white
thing is
list.
flip the cone on its side. Now, how are you gonna clamp it?
Just like this.
Oh, on the sides?
Yeah, I mean, you,
Okay.
you come in the same spot and just,
We just make sure it can still go wide enough to get
Yeah,
around.
basically you
As long as
grab it,
You always
you
grab
clamp
it
down
on the
hard enough and,
sides.
yeah, those discs are just on ball bearings so they can just fall
Sure,
wherever
yeah.
it goes.
Yeah.
And then the rotation is stationary, if it's like this.
Okay, cool, it's on an arm.
Yeah, I mean, the other option is we mount like a little flat bar that we can come in on the side and just lift.
Yeah, that's it.
I almost
That's a
feel
lot
like
of
too much.
rotation. Or that's a lot of time that you're wasting doing that.
Yeah, I mean, or you come at it from the side.
Yeah, your driver is a little more competent than just, oh no, like, your driver comes at it from a slight
That's
angle,
asking a
it'll be
lot.
fine.
A lot of-
That's asking a
That's
lot.
a good point, but a little bit of driver competency can go a long way with this.
Well, I mean, go back to it. Is there a way that you could intake this into your robot or something and get it to a known orientation?
If you suck it in, I mean, kind of the same spot every time, like you could, I mean, we could file it in this way every time and tip it up, but I mean, it's a
Except
matter of,
there are ways to
if you
do
pick it up
that.
this way, I mean,
It's just a polar coordinate bot that has up, this, and then this, that's enough that we should be good enough. If we go in, out, up, down, and rotate the arm, it should be fine.
How much
I mean-
taller is the cone than the cube? Really dumb question. So what if you were to have like a secondary mechanism that would help you locate, because the cube isn't super critical where it's located in there.
Mhm.
But if you had a secondary mechanism that was a little bit narrower at the top, so the cube would still get floated in, so you're still located on the ground, so you have a data point. And then you have a known height that everything is lifted to. So your ground is your datum, so you can lift to whatever height you need it to be at. But then you have your secondary mechanism to locate the cone, because if you don't have that, you're gonna be dealing with any type of tipping. But then also, I think a few people have mentioned this, we still need to figure out how to tip it up, which can be done just via the arm.
Well, what if we used like Riley's sort of thing where you got the ball bearings, but instead of wanting to have the cone like this, when we pick it up, we want it like this. So we intake it, and it comes into our robot tipped. And if it comes into our robot up, we can have a bar up here or something that tips it down. And then we can pick it up inside of our bot on the side.
Because I mean, if,
That'll
yeah, I
work for
mean,
this and that.
because I'm guessing a lot of the cones are gonna be tipped over on the field from the
Probably.
ram over, so if you can optimize such that your robot is designed to pick them up tipped over, I mean,
I think we should be.
Then we just need to be able to.
Yeah,
we
we
just
should be able to do both.
And it'll work if it's this way or this way, then we just need a way to funnel it from like fully 90 degrees into being like this or like this.
But then to
And we can get up inside a
clarify,
robot.
Bumper, swing the arm.
Even if we made it so that our bumper isn't wide enough to allow it to even get in like this.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, I mean, if we had like this gap between our bumpers, where, I mean, with a little bit of
A little
clearance,
bit
you
of
could
clearance, yeah.
not have to be spot on, but then just have, you know, one peg that sticks out in our frame that just, I don't think we're gonna have enough, we'd have to, because we don't have enough room to spin it like that.
But what if we
Not a
made it?
chance.
What if we made it like this wide, but then we had it one side had like
What is
this?
that right now?
I don't know, your tape measure?
there's one, there's a tote over there, there's a red toolbox inside of that, has a tape measure.
Yeah, it's not.
There's a little red toolbox that shows a tape measure.
One is Churchill 16.
There should be a tape measure in there.
Because if we could intake it like this and then just have something inside of our frame.
They're not.
Angled, and then we can intake it and it's.
I took it out, no.
It's better if we have enough.
There's one in the.
We have to use-
Or
6 inches have to be
No,
covered.
one
by bumpers.
foot, almost a foot and an inch. It's pretty close to.
Probably
a
about
foot
a
and
foot
an
on
inch.
each side.
is it height or?
Well,
It's tight. When it's
the
standing up like this is a foot and 13/16 of an inch.
So it's like a foot and an inch on its side.
Yeah.
So how wide can our robot, or how wide is our robot?
Well, we have
How wide is that
120 is the frame
Well,
perimeter, and
yeah,
then there's like 6 inches of bumper that has to be.
Yeah,
Well, we have a gap
We're
where.
limited basically on what our frame is. Right?
Yeah, so you can
We
make a
don't-
square.
We can't make it bigger than what we
Yeah.
have, because we don't have that.
Let's see, someone wanna help me take the pot down and bring the pot in here and see what we got for the hole.
As long as it's supported by the platform, it counts as scored. So if you get like a cone on the side and even if it falls and like wedges itself there, it's still scored. Goal. So as long as you score the cone before, you could like kind of toss into that cube pretty quick. So you don't think there's enough space really for it to fall down.
Because how big is the gap between the poles? Or the cell?
You mean this way?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Because is there even space for the cone to be able to fly? That's what I was wondering.
Well, the cone has to be on the top of the top of the rod has to be within the conical surface of the cone.
Greater top view dimensions. Too bad we didn't do that.
What did they
Looking for it.
Is it further
Keep
down?
rolling.
Well, you can buy the CAD model for it, can't you?
I have the CAD drawings pulled up. How specific do we want our field to be? Cause I'm thinking for like the pegs, we just have like the 2x1 and then just like PVC sticks.
Yep.
Yeah.
None of the flat tops, smooth surfaces, anything. It's just to get it done, okay. Also, does anyone have a like pickup or anything or a bigger car?
I have my SUV, that's about it.
Okay.
That's probably, it's either my car or David's.
Okay, cause I was talking to 7048 and they're just gonna give us like 3-4 sheets of 4x8 foot.
Plywood. That'll probably have to go on David's. I don't think I can get a 4x8 sheet in the back of my car.
Okay,
Oh, that's.
otherwise I
how
can
it
drive
should
it
be.
over but not till
Cool.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
That works.
So like this, or like.
I think we have to get that stuff as soon as possible though, so
But if
maybe
you
we
wanna
can
go
rotate
like-
into that.
Yeah.
Do you even need to intake it into your frame like that though?
I don't
That's
know
what I
why
would-
Yeah,
I don't know why you
why
would
do
have
we
to.
need this?
He's got
frame
fetish
for
with it, that's it. Like,
Why do we need?
He's not building it.
he's not building
You
it.
could cut these down a little bit.
Program.
And you know what
I
else I
don't-
like about compliant wheels is these you can just kind of like shoot out.
Even if we were all the way up
Like if it's a compliant wheel, you
Yeah.
can just do that.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Why do we need the cone?
You don't even have to.
Yeah,
You
you
just
can
hand
put.
cut.
No.
Why
Why
can't
do
we
we
use a
want-
simple grabber?
the grabber with
It needs to be
bearing
simple and
works.
fast,
So
because
it's,
that's only 2 hours.
Pneumatic, just pneumatic piston. That's That's all it needs to be.
The one downside of only being able to pick it outside of our frame perimeter though is we wouldn't be able to go like into our opponent's zone to go grab one.
The poor, the robot I'm
Well, if they
suggesting.
touch-
Yeah, but
if we
But I guess if
It's
we're
not
over
a good idea to go in
there,
there in the
yeah.
first place.
Yeah,
We're just
yeah.
gonna get one from the
And
local.
Also, that's
They,
a big
the
risk
only
of
way that
penalty
they're gonna
if
be
you
in
go
there is
there.
if the human player dropped it into that zone.
Also, we
So
can
if
grab
you
them,
play
it's
smart,
your bumper, if your bumper is within the
If we do
area,
this,
so you
if we
could
do this,
reach
we
into
can
their
have
zone and grab it.
thing inside of our.
But
I'm
once
pretty
you
sure
touch
they're
it,
gonna say it over on
Our
us.
Yeah.
comes down.
Well, no, it says on robots bumpers, you can take within it.
Whatever, it comes down like
Okay.
right here.
It was a set bumper.
Yeah, it says bumper.
They could make that switch here on update though.
Yeah, they might.
Inside
Because
our box.
I feel like people are going to just abuse the hell out of that because just think about it. You
That-
literally can just grab
or we
pieces
can
from the other
take this.
team and just stay outside and you're fine.
Oh.
That's going to
Yeah,
be
but-
abused.
Yeah, I don't think, where's the two going to?
Yeah, I don't know what they're
I don't know.
So the only time there's gonna be stuff on the floor is when there's people in there.
Yeah, whatever we want to do to get these out, we can just hop.
There's
over
also-
there.
I wanna say it's 10 years.
It's gonna fall straight down.
Maxes.
Yeah.
Well, you wanna see a match tricks?
Okay, we have it.
I think that.
Like,
Or, I
I know
said that we
a
could
match
take all of the ones
trick,
on
Wanting
you
it.
it to tip over.
And then
and
we'll
rather
make
than
magic,
just
no,
how
come
that-
out.
You can't even use
Fine.
that.
We are not going to let you touch these then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did release magic smoke in one of them.
Listen-
This is the first time I've ever seen that happen.
Did something let the smoke out?
Yeah, a Neo though.
Oh.
He's with a
Listen,
Neo.
that was only one time. That was only one
I've
time.
seen motors and all sorts of stuff let the smoke out, but yeah, never.
I've never seen a Neo 550, but not a Neo.
Oh, I do it all the time with the little
I saw one of
motors.
those.
Listen, that was only one time, okay?
One time. I mean, we could shoot out one.
It was only one $200
Shoot out
mistake.
Yeah, only one.
We'll decide how this
These
is.
got 200.
They were pretty
Just sit there and mess around with
The
it.
hardest part
That's what I was
about it
gonna
is finding
ask,
them
is how do you
stock.
know, like, you only have a set distance, how do you know you're lining up?
It's only like
So we would have to do
175.
something where it like lines up
They're
against the ball.
Well, I think,
And then we
I think
have,
you let the,
you know,
make
X
X
amount
go
back.
and.
Yeah.
Is it
Like,
a-
right.
No,
It can go out
I
and-
don't,
I'm pretty
the
sure.
spark was fine, it was the coat that was messed up, which, it was throwing out errors. So, yeah, I didn't know how to read, yeah, I was throwing some light
And I
errors,
do,
and I was
yeah,
like,
'cause if we start in our frame.
Yeah, I'm
Hold on
not
to
sure
the
about
hinge.
placement.
Yes.
And
You know,
then
we
the
could
ones where
be-
you jerk the robot,
No.
down it goes.
I kinda wanna just go and get them, put them on the drill.
It's not exactly a wall, but there are
I just checked that.
portions that we could, that are flat that we can line obstacles.
I want.
Where you guys going?
So we can line up.
Ah, that's fair, they're somewhere in there.
R here, comes in, knocks it over, well, or forces it.
So that's, this
What are
is
you
the
bringing into
dwarf, right? So it's just these tiny
They're
super
not,
height
it's the other element.
So it's not lines.
Oh,
Okay,
so
okay,
we're-
okay, okay.
That itself, we don't have to do much design.
yeah,
You
you
can't
have to go and.
You
go into
drive
the
and you
area.
So,
have
I
that,
don't know if that's.
which is something we're
I
gonna
don't know if
test.
there's.
Well,
Because if they
so,
touch
okay,
it at
well,
all, then they're.
the
One of
reason
the things
you
that
bring it
have
inside of
that
your frame for more
We
consistency, you can get it
If you have
into
an
a
arm or
known
something,
orientation.
something
You also put it
If you
down.
bring it inside of your frame.
We need a one.
Something like this.
But how do you hold it without knowing the frame?
Also might be
I think this game.
that we could line
You're
up like
holding
a
it,
corner or
no
something
way.
against there and still be. able to-
Yeah, and then
Without
it's just
the- either
drives
the
fast.
arm
I don't know if that would work
It's
for
up
the
to the driver.
grab
rest of them,
So,
for sure, but
Yeah,
it seems
Well,
like it
but
should
this
be.
would be able to grab it in any orientation.
Well, yeah, but then you're, then our arm goes out and grabs it from there.
Well, the arm would come down right here and it would pick it up inside
So
the
you-
frame, and
Well,
then
you already have an arm, what,
comes out.
so you have a loading and an arm, why do you?
why do we
Oh.
need it in the frame? Why do we need a frame to pick it up? Why can't we just pick it up from the
Yeah,
outside?
pick it up from the
Because,
outside.
well, using the frame gets it into a known orientation,
Those
either
are
like
like
this.
dimensions of it.
or like this.
But there's so many more simpler
That's
ways.
just
Well, but then the arm doesn't have to twist.
We can use gravity if
so yeah,
we
so we
hit
can
the
try
middle ish every
No,
time.
yeah. no,
Gravity
it's-
and
they
pick it up,
can-
gravity's gonna take the bottom to
Yeah.
the bottom.
Oh,
Put those things.
but how do you
Like,
make sure
it's-
you can
it
grab
should
the middle?
be
We're wide
a
enough.
small enough gap
Middle
that we
ish.
can hit
Then
the
how
bottom
can you make
just
sure
line
you can
up
grab
and
it?
drop
3 or 4 inches left or right because the.
Yeah.
The gravity.
But what if it's like this?
Mhm.
And you just,
You just need to knock it to the side.
It just, the thing's gonna come up from above.
or we just make whatever our gravity arm is wide enough to go around, or if it
Yeah.
has elbows, it's just wide enough to go around.
It's gonna need to be pretty wide to, I mean, facilitate like, cause like if you pick it up from, you know, out here, it's gotta, I mean, you gotta have room for that to swing one side, right? So it's gonna already have to be pretty
Do we
wide.
wanna have one or two levels though, in case it slides? Do we wanna have another level like holding onto it below too?
But then it's not gonna be able to use gravity to spin it down, right?
Yeah.
You only,
I mean, if we get one, that's. That's like 200 pounds. And I mean, this squish is decent enough.
So
Yeah,
well,
one thing I'd
the
be
frame
worried
also
about
is just
is-
designing this thing in order to basically, you run it over, and no matter what orientation you run it over at, it passively forces it into a pickupable position.
I don't know if we have enough time to test and prove that, like, obviously it would work, but I don't know if we have enough time to get that system to be built into work.
I think it'd be pretty simple. It'd just be like a bar here and a little bar here.
We split all this up into different components.
Yeah.
As long as-
I think it's pretty simple.
As long as we have something that can pick it up from this orientation inside, which
Yeah,
should be, it shouldn't be too hard.
I think you
Actually,
want
knocking it over should be fairly easy.
Knocking it over
I don't know if
is-
you even need a bar up there to knock it over. You can
I
just
was literally.
hit it once, back up and go at it again.
But I think it's easier to just be able to like, just, I don't
Drive
know,
through
it,
just drive through it.
Brandon, what orientation, which way do you want the tip of the cone to be? Do you want it to be
Well,
going
so I
inward
want it
or
to be
what?
facing directly towards us or directly away from us. It shouldn't matter then, because we'll be able to pick it up either way.
Yeah, I don't think it would matter, because you could have like a funnel back here that, I mean, allows this portion of the cone to go a little deeper, versus like, if you pick it up like this, then you're always picking it up like here.
Yeah,
So that way you can travel into this bar and you can pick it up here.
and you also want your center, so where you have your grabber right now, that
Right,
grabber should
yeah,
also
you
be
can-
located such that the cone or the cube will fit in there as well.
Yep, and then the cube will fit into the cube will fit in there too.
Yeah.
So the bar would be placed above the cube, but such that it would not mix over.
Right, all that too.
So the cube would just go through, but the cone would
So then the
fall
second you
or.
start to pick it up, it should rotate somewhat.
Yep, and then somehow we just have to funnel the cone, so if you pick it up at even 90 degrees, you run it over, it forces it into an orientation facing towards you or away.
Well,
The one
could we
thing,
just put two angled pieces like
I think you would just need one,
inside?
because otherwise it would just get
Yeah, I
stuck.
guess, yeah, I suppose one.
for it to tip itself, you're gonna have to pick it up anywhere past 500. Otherwise. it's
So
gonna-
basically not all the way here.
Right. So,
It's pretty easy.
Yeah, I think that's doable.
Basically, yeah.
It's just a matter of this, if this end goes in first, and this is the side that needs to travel farther into the robot.
Are those the ultra sticky ones?
I think that's.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
fine.
gross.
You got them out of the bag.
Yeah.
Out of the bag I wrapped
You're
it
right.
in.
So it'll be fine.
Okay,
And this belly pan is
You
going.
can only find one.
He's got the others. It might be.
So, I mean, yeah, and then we just need
It
some
might
way
be
to pick it
difficult,
up.
like.
I mean, I think the pickup that works.
Further away.
It's
Good
fairly
question.
simple. All we have is the arm.
Straight in,
Now we don't have to
sideways?
worry. It's a passive
Grip
pickup, basically.
Straight in, sideways, pneumatic on. Guide rails, a little pincher, and you can pinch both items and grips anything.
What do you think?
Plus, you don't even have to grip these things.
What do we have for pneumatic pistons though yet? It's just the.
We have a few.
Yeah.
There's just
transfer to the other room
Yeah.
at this point.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are we gonna want to draw anything?
We can bring the
Like,
whiteboard. We can just bring the whiteboard if we
Why
want.
don't you bring the string to the other room?
Yeah, I'll bring it.
Brandon, this is yours.
Pull that out real quick.
Yep.
And then just walk. All right,
Coming?
good to go.
Okay.
Drop that. Right now. This is your
your own computer.
No.
You won't do it.
I won't. You're right.
There's gonna be a lot of people in this room.
Yes. Currently have 0 people on stream.
It's fine. Or just to reflect on it later. So I'll just put it in the corner here is what I'm thinking.
I like corners, then I'm happy.
Ow, stabby.
Also just quick heads up while we're in here, none of the stuff on shelf or on in all of those crates. We can use the bikes, obviously, but none of the stuff like on any of these is ours.
That stuff up there is also ours.
But some of this stuff right behind me,
And the magic box.
that's not ours. That's not ours.
Where did it come?
Right there.
Might be one of those two bins,
It's in.
otherwise it's in here.
It's in that store.
Starting.
I know.
So we got the basement guy, so